peeking?
Peekalicious.
I'm peeking.
I'm peeking so freaking hard right now.
Should I introduce? I'll just go ahead and introduce it because
do it.
last time you guys stole my show from me.
Hi, it's me, your host. I'm gonna do.
No,
I
fuck
gotta
you.
do a funny introduction.
Stop now.
I'll do a funny introduction. I'll do an Irish themed one for you. It is I, your host, Father Ryan Crilly, joined by Father Dougal McKnudsen.
Crikey. Wait, that's... I panicked.
And Father Jabroni Jack Hackett.
Shillelaghs.
This sucks.
Oh, we're using this. You confused Ireland and Australia, dude. We're using this. That's awesome.
That was
there was
generic orc accent.
Looks like potatoes are back on the menu, fellas. I don't know. What do people call each other in Ireland? Fellas.
I'm as an Englishman, I'm not allowed to make jokes about the Irish for fear of being cancelled.
But I can. No, I won't though.
Italians, Irish, kind of both start with an I. So the names there were a reference to an Irish TV show called Father Ted. And you remember when you were Jabroni Mime, you couldn't speak, Mike.
Yeah.
There's a Father Ted bit where Jack Hackett is this like drunken old priest who just doesn't say anything but like drink and feck and arse and stuff like that. So
sounds like a fun guy.
They have bishops coming to visit, and they're like, you can't just say drink and feck and arse the whole time. He needs to actually have conversations. So they teach him two phrases so he can speak to the reverends. One is yes, and the other is that would be an ecumenical matter, and that's all he needs.
It sounds like a great
What a
show.
perfect deferment.
So what are we doing today?
Well,
Ryan,
we're talking about
what's the deal?
the Irish, a great bunch of lads. And I want to give a quick shout out actually to OSW. Shout out! Oh, fuck me, that sounds terrible. I want to.
No, this is how you. Okay, no, this is how you know that you're actually becoming a podcaster and like a part of this podcast is you are starting to use phrases like shout out and friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Like I feel like
shut up.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Friend
used
of my
facetiously. But like it's been used in podcasts facetiously to the point that it's no longer facetious. It's just fecal.
It's fecal, yeah.
So I wanted to give a shout out to OSW Review, who was a podcast of sorts. They reviewed wrestling. Gave me my first job on YouTube, Fred. Before the Down the Rabbit Hole days, I did commissions for OSW Review, the old school wrestling.
Yeah, in fact,
podcast.
We still get comments on Down the Rabbit Hole being like, wait a minute, Ryan Probert, that's the guy who did the music for OSW Review.
They call me Ryan
people
Probert
still
on there.
Probert, yeah.
The Probert report.
Jay, when he first tried to thank me on there, wasn't sure if my name was Probert or Probert. It was like a French name. But yeah, I want to shout because I actually knew about this film before them from an awful cracked article I read years ago. But they did their own review of it, which I suggest everybody watches. It's fantastic, and they're really great. But also just to share in general, because they've been huge friends of mine through the years, and I thought it wouldn't be bad to give them a shout out. Fuck me. God, I keep saying
friend of the pod, friend of the
podcast. Just give it. But one of their bits, which I wanted to bring over to the Warrens, is they have a bit called What Bar. So when they do their wrestling shows, obviously wrestlers have their bright flamboyant clothes, and they try and find a chocolate bar or a confection, sometimes cigarette packets that look like
see where this is going.
Look like the wrestler's outfit. So I thought we'd ask, what bar is Jabroni Mike? And I think he is a red bar.
Yeah, it's real cute,
Aww.
man. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Mike is offended.
What is this? Some British shit? I've never seen this before. What is that brand? Red?
I have never
It's
seen
called
this
Red?
before. I just googled red chocolate bar.
All right. You happy with yourself?
That's good.
You pleased with yourself?
Well, we got Fred as well. So what bar
okay.
is Fredrik Knudsen?
I swear to God.
Fredrik Knudsen is a take it bar. 4 fingers.
Oh, fuck you.
All right, I like this bit now. I like it. I've come around on this.
Fuck off. So hard. I'm screaming.
Only 4 though?
Yeah, I guess after 4 fingers, I'm going to be screaming.
Yeah. Wow. Well, where's yours, Ryan? Use one for you?
Well, maybe you can think up one by the end.
So the movie we're watching, it's funny, Fred. Me and you watched this on one of my streams once. Do you remember?
Yes, we did. I actually, it was quite rude of me because Ryan was very much looking forward to watching it with us, and I just preempted him. The movie itself is like maybe a quarter of what is really great about it. Because what really makes it interesting is the background, the behind the scenes information which Ryan has collated for us.
This is a deeper dive, basically. Okay.
What I want to say is how much I actually love this film. This is like, for me, on the compass of my experience of art, this is like at the opposite end of like Bolton Brown. Is like I genuinely love the people behind this film.
Okay, like I guess like this is the thing, right? I feel like you don't hate Bolton Brown personally. I wouldn't say any of us hate Bolton Brown personally.
It's more pity.
I feel like we hate him like on a creative level because all 3 of us here are asshole creatives, right? Like
Absolutely.
we are definitely like stupid beret wearing, like we would wear berets if we were any less self-conscious.
I have worn berets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd look okay in a beret. I don't know. Now that I think about it. Once you start wearing hats, you're like 2 steps away from full neckbeard status, right? Like, I wouldn't be seen dead in a fedora, but insert hat here, maybe I could make that work. No, the moment you start thinking, maybe that could work, is the moment you're lost to the neckbeard.
You're breaking my heart, Fred. There's a milliner who works near me. Do you know what the term milliner means?
What is a milliner?
Someone who is a hat maker.
Hat guy.
Right? So there's a professional milliner near me, and they make Panama hats, and I think they're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What's a haberdashery? Is that something different? Or is it also a hat guy? Isn't that also a hat guy? A haberdashery? We have there's too many names for this when it could just be hat maker. We got to clean some of this up. Ryan, you're English. Do something about this.
It's men's clothing.
It's your language.
Yeah, we invented you.
Do something about this. There's too many names for it.
No, I feel like the internet has taken a lot of good things and made them bad.
Like the fedora. I mean, Indiana Jones wore
like
a fedora.
the fedora. Well, to be fair, this was an argument that happened early on. Everyone realized that people were calling them fedoras when they were actually trilbies.
Yes,
because like a fedora, I feel like a fedora is a functional hat.
Yeah.
Whereas a trilby is purely, like pretty much purely for fashion.
Trilbies is where Sans Undertale hangs out, right? It's not funny.
Grillbies. It was
funny.
Almost funny. There, you know what? I feel like that was a joke in the spirit of Sans. That being, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Don't put Mike down. Come on.
Yeah. No,
you know, when we
Toriel
first
would like it. You could get goat pussy with it. Toriel would love it.
All right. So before he says goat pussy again, why don't we start watching this beautiful film, which is called?
Well, Fred didn't finish his point because
sorry.
Fred was saying we're talking about why we didn't like Bolton Brown. No, it's not that we don't like Bolton Brown, but conceptually, I really hate what he's done. You know?
Yeah, right.
I feel like these guys are like quite earnest. Where there's like a line of deceit that goes for everything Bolton did.
Mm-hmm.
The bastard. Cut that.
But this, like, on the other hand, this is purely earnest.
Yeah. I actually love this film. I really do. I'll talk more about why I love it. And when I read about it in the Cracked article, it calls it the worst film ever made. This is not the worst film ever made. This is a fine film. I mean, it's obviously like indie and cheap and ugly and all kinds of problems with it, but it's entertaining.
Wish I could remember it. I don't remember anything. How many years ago was that, Fred?
Oh God, was it 2 years now?
It was March 2024. It was March
Yeah, it was-
2024.
He remembers the date and time
yeah,
that
2 years ago.
that you betrayed him, Fred.
Approaching
Betrayed,
2
yeah.
years. Yeah, it was like pretty early into my VTubing dalliance.
So I'm going in fresh, basically, because I don't remember shit.
Fred says he was rude. Mike says it like it was. It was a betrayal. I'm joking, Fred. It's fine. I'm over it now. 2 years of therapy later, I'm over it. Let me tell you about this film. So directed by Shay Cassidy. Let me try it again. Directed by Directed by Shay Cassidy and former Olympic bobsledder Simon Linscheid.
That is so specific.
Yeah, Jesus.
He has a Wikipedia article because he was a Irish bobsledder. So apparently Simon Linscheid. Oh, fuck me.
No, I like this. Linslide, because he slides down the slope.
Let's go. Simon Linscheid was shooting in high 8 apparently, but all the high 8 footage was unused. And so this is a shot on video film rather than on film.
What? Wait, he bought a bunch of high 8 film. He bought a bunch of high 8 film thinking it would work on his video camera.
No. I think he just had a high 8 camera and he just shot with high 8, but like maybe it was harder to use. I mean, here's the thing. Every time I see a high 8 camera, I just want to be sick when I see it. I don't know. I will insert. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to insert a explanation as to why they would have chosen high 8 over like the video. The problem is it's shot on video. My assumption being original VHS or SVHS. But yeah, I don't know.
I think I've mentioned it. I've done some. I've spent time in community access television, and high 8. These little cassette tapes were everywhere.
Yeah, I worked for a community radio station, Fred, and we recorded things on mini disc.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like a Japanese sports car.
God bless the but I see. Okay. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I kind of love that fact, right? Like high 8 is a purely practical thing. Right? Like, you don't get it because it's high quality. You don't get it because you can record a bunch of time on it. You get it because they're small and you can stuff like 50 of them into a backpack.
So, this film stars Jimmy Bennett, born 1975, making him 50 years young this year. Not until August. But happy early birthday, Jimmy. Jimmy started Kempo Karate when he was 5 years old and is now at least a 3rd degree black belt dan. I read an interview with him, which is a few years old now, but a 3rd degree dan is an extremely impressive level to reach. And he started...
Once you start getting 3rd degree black belts, you need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No.
Cut that.
Yeah, that was bad. Not being cut.
It's okay.
Was it worse than Trilby's and Sans Undertale?
People got pissed off because I cut out all you two. Right. So the last episode was 3.5 hours long, but the original recording session took 4 hours and 10 minutes. And people were pissed off I cut out 40 minutes. And 20 minutes of which was you two talking about the clap.
I remember
you cut that out. That was.
I remember listening to that. I remember listening to the cut for the first time and wondering to myself, are people actually going to think I have an STD when they listen to this?
For you to have an STD, Fred, you'd have to have had sex.
Wow. Well, I mean, does having 4 fingers inside him count as sex?
I mean, at that point, that's more than... You know what? We're not going down this line. This is not the how much does Fred fuck podcast.
You should export everything that you cut from the last episode as its own little like 15 minutes of Fred having the clap or whatever.
We'll put it on the other channel and call it "This Wasn't Worth Listening To."
Yeah. It'll get more views than the fucking episode.
Wait, can we actually do that? Like completely, it's going to be completely unlistenable because it's going to have like a bunch of dead air in it too, making no cuts, no changes.
Oh yeah,
I was going to say that I think YouTube has higher standards of like material than Twitch to you, Mike. But then I realized that was the most insane sentence ever uttered by a human being.
Yes, no, that's insane.
Yeah.
Do you remember when people were worried that you two were bullying me? Do you remember that? Like I did one stream with you two, and they were like, "I hope Ryan's okay." Not anymore, Fred. And Mike, your time's coming too.
Now he's taken over.
Yeah.
We actually the next topic, like the next couple of topics, are probably just going to be like Mike and I, and so it's like we're getting 2 Ryan episodes in a row. We're spoiling everyone. You got to enjoy Ryan while you have him.
You're a sometimes food.
See, that's what you sound like, Fred. That's how Fred describes me.
It's just the sometimes food thing. I love the sometimes food thing.
Like ice cream.
or 4 fingers chocolate bars.
You can't have too many 4 fingers, Fred. It's a sometimes food.
Fred, do you still use the expression sometimes food, or did I bully you out of using it?
I think you might have bullied me. Like I stopped using it, and I think it might be because you bullied me.
Yeah.
I used it. I used to use that phrase facetiously for things that weren't food, and then Mike, like Mike's inner bully activated, and he's like, "I need to give this man a verbal wedgie and shove him into the internet locker."
Okay, I want to talk about James Bennett. He's going to tune in potentially to this and just hear you talking about fisting Fred and...
No, you know what this is? This is protection, right? Like, the reason Diane Kelly watched the Per Cat Cafe video was because it was nice and direct and condensed. We have protection.
Yeah. It's a buffer.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So Jimmy cites as his favourite martial arts movies growing up, there's Enter the Dragon, Fists of Fury, Bloodsport, Kickboxer,
Sure.
Double Impact, and many more. And he also says he's a big fan of Rocky, Rambo, Indiana Jones, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, all that good stuff. James Bennett got word that some Hong Konger filmmakers were interested in his talents. All they wanted was a demonstration of his ability. I got off the ground by simply starting to shoot it without having any funding in place, so I just pulled in all my friends and people I knew, and I was very lucky that they were all very obliging. The result was the 1998 film Fatal Deviation, made when Jimmy would have been 23.
So, to be clear, this wasn't necessarily made with the intention of it being a film that you sit down and watch, so much as it was almost a tryout piece.
Yeah.
Like he's trying out, and like the fact that there is a watchable movie in here is like it exists by the grace of God.
Yes, it's still great.
That's great.
It's so great.
No, suddenly that explains a lot of the movie.
That explains everything. Now,
not everything, but
well, this is something I
some
can't
of it.
explain. Mikey Graham of the boy band Boyzone started his career as an actor with Fatal Deviation. Some great facts about Mikey Graham's career. He was not originally chosen at the audition as a member of the group, being brought in after other members showed a, quote, lack of commitment.
He couldn't get in the zone.
The boy zone.
The Boyzone.
You're in the boy zone. This sounds like, you did you ever watch Gravity Falls, either of you?
Yeah, it's great.
All I can think of is the genetically engineered, bred boy band.
I
Boyzone.
don't remember that, but okay.
That's what it sounds like. No, you remember they're like kept in a. They're
You think
kept
there's
in,
boy smell in the boy
no, like
zone?
it was there. It was there. They were making fun of NSYNC and they kept them in a hamster cage.
Sure.
And they released them into the wild, and then like the closing of the episode is like they release them into the forest, and they're like, "How long do you think they'll live?" Like maybe a week.
That's
because they were born and
I don't
raised in
remember
captivity.
This sounds like a banger episode.
Gravity Falls is really good.
This is one of my favourite things I've ever read. Shane Lynch, another member of the group, and Mikey Graham had worked as mechanics before finding famous singers in the group. Lynch has stated in an interview that during the early days of Boyzone, he and Graham had a heated argument over exhaust pipes and barely spoke to each other for the next 15 years.
What? I'm sure it was more than exhaust pipes.
Sounds like they were both blowing a lot of hot air. Cut that.
Wow.
Cut that right now.
No, you leave that the fuck in.
I will be
You
left
leave
in.
that in.
I want people to listen to this podcast.
Sounds like they were some exhausting people to be around, you know?
I'm going to have to turn Fred's volume down to muffle the screams.
Oh, God.
It's like Sting and the Police, except lower stakes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. Boyzone went to have the name Boyzone is hilarious. Boyzone,
It's really good.
Inside every man there is a Boyzone.
It sounds like something that a child would be taught. Like, okay, if anyone touches you in your boy zone, that's a no-no, and you need to tell an adult. Alternatively, it's a Discord server where you keep your Discord kittens.
Fred.
Actually, cut that
for safety reasons.
Okay.
Boyzone went on to have 6 UK number 1 singles and 9 number 1 singles in Ireland before splitting up in 1999. Mikey Graham was an active member of Boyzone when he was in this film. Mikey was considered the quiet one of the group, the most famous being Ronan Keating. Now, side note, Fred is not the only one to get sick around here. I was really sick over New Year's, so I couldn't go out to like a New Year's party, which is considered like really depressing. If you don't go out for New Year's, it's really sad, you know?
Right.
I was really sick, and there were 2 things I had to watch. One was the Hootenanny, and watching the Hootenanny at New Year's is considered to be the most pathetic thing imaginable. There were numerous quotes. There's like a Peep Show quote where like Jeremy's like, "No, Mark, not the Hootenanny, never the Hootenanny." This year there was a Daily Mash article, and it was like, "Man watching Hootenanny begins masturbating in an attempt to sink lower." So I was like, I'm not watching the Hootenanny. And the only other thing was Ronan Keating's New Year party, where I was like hallucinating and feeling sick. And Ronan Keating was dancing on stage with his 45-year-old man arms, bingo wings, like flopping around, going like, dancing like that with these awful tattoos. And I think it may have made me ill for another 3 days. I'm very rarely ill, but the image of Ronan Keating dancing on that stage made me feel physically sick. So that's what I will forever associate Ronan Keating with.
I think I've mentioned this before, I think, on The Warrens, but I feel like that really is one of those cases where you don't get to choose your legacy. You don't get to choose other people's image of you. You can have an entire storied career where like you are highly respected in your field, but all one person will remember you for is like having bad tattoos and flailing your arms on a table, right?
And that's like
say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Mangudu.
Like, yeah, it's the DD Mega Doo-Doo thing. Yeah. I've given this talk so many times. It's kind of silly. But like that, I feel like that's just something that you do at a party, right? Like you're at a party or you're doing something, you get silly. Because if you're not, what are you doing? Right? Like imagine yourself going to a party and saying, "Oh, I have to make sure that I look completely presentable at all times." Like, what are you doing with your life? Right? But that has the byproduct of maybe that's all someone remembers you for.
It's like that legendary French singer-songwriter whose name is escaping me right now, but he's only known for that meme of those children dressed as him singing to him, and they're like pretending to smoke, and they have like stubbly beards. You know that video I'm talking about?
I don't think so. Oh, the audience all going, "Aw."
This is the most surreal and French video ever produced.
And none of these kids get the reference either.
Is that the Boyzone?
No, this is just average, like, after-school activity in France.
There's French kids, and he's just crying the whole time. It's beautiful.
And he's smoking an actual cigarette. Yeah.
Indoors. It's 1988, though.
And they all have whiskey glasses,
because he drank and smoked all the
It's
time.
like the most French thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that man is 38 years old.
What?
Is he in this?
He's 38?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, okay, I was going to say, wait. Hey, that's a Hans Mole Man
did you guys
reference.
see that meme with the cast of Cheers?
I'm 38 years
It's like
old.
Norm was like 22,
yeah.
and he looked like he was 50. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, next bit. We're well off track, and none of that is making it into the final cut, I guarantee it. So to be clear, something that we want to make clear, feel free to listen to this and then watch the movie, or feel free to stop this podcast, go watch the movie, which is on YouTube in full, and then come back here if you'd like. But this is all just very available for, I think, reasonable reasons, right? We're not going to be playing the movie in full on this podcast. If you want to watch the movie, just go and watch the movie. right?
I recommend that you go to Jabroni Mike's VOD channel and you find the VOD where me and Fred watched this movie together. And you can enjoy our witty, what I'm sure is witty and engaging commentary for the entire.
Better believe that shit's cut.
Probably it's an hour and 15 minutes. We probably stretched it out into a 8-hour stream, knowing us, especially 2 years ago.
Right.
So
can I?
Well, Fred is good at stretching.
I swear to God, if you say 4 fingers again. Okay, something that earnestly annoys me is when someone is watching videos or a movie on their stream, right? They're doing react content. I feel like there is a way to do react content that is reasonable. Like if you are stopping and talking about it, as long as you are not replacing watching the thing, right? Like you're interrupting it, you're talking about it with chat or with people. I feel like there's an argument, there's a case to be made for it. But when people come into a stream and say, stop interrupting the movie I want to watch, all I can think is, then go fucking watch it.
it's very cringe.
What are you
it's
doing
very exhausting
here?
too. It's very
What
exhausting.
are you doing here?
Yeah, it's a very exhausting thing.
Like, I'm kind of baffled when that happens.
And then I have to explain it sometimes. I'm like, I'm pausing it so I'm not talking over it and I'm not missing it. No one's missing anything. That's why I'm pausing. Again, you're not here to watch this. You're here to watch me, right? That's
Right.
What
I'm
assuming you're here for. I mean,
Right. Well, I think some people get it in their heads that MST3K was an improv show and not meticulously scripted.
Meticulously scripted. They would watch those movies over and over again, wring every last joke possibility out of them, and then go and record it. Like it wasn't. They had scripts. Like it wasn't a stream. Bro.
Yeah, make no mistake.
Still make 3 episodes a day.
There is like MST3K might earnestly be one of the most consistently funny things in the world.
Yeah,
I think so. Even if a joke is bad, it's not like I never stop and think, oh, that was bad, right? Like it's always just it's mild, sensible chuckle at the very least every time. Like it kind of pisses me off. It kind of pisses me off that MST3K is so consistently funny. It's like, why can't I be them, right?
You can, but you have to go and put the work in. You have to go and script.
True. Yeah.
You would have to, again, watch the movies, pick them apart, pause it, talk about it. They probably had a writer's room of multiple people sitting there coming up with jokes. You know, so I mean, yeah, that's why. Again, I mean, can somebody improv like that? I mean, they would be a god at it. You know, I mean, they would be a
like that. That would be
legend.
a generational talent.
When I you're talking about legacies and how you can't control your legacy. When I think of Joe Don Baker, who was in Mitchell, I think of Mitchell. Sorry.
Yeah,
and like I see him in James Bond, and I was like, it's the guy who's in Mitchell. You know, it's like he's in multiple James Bond.
Well, I think his legacy is the MST3K episode of Mitchell. Like that's his legacy.
Yeah, great. It's fucking amazing.
Heart pounding, veins clogging, Mitchell.
That's one of the best episodes as well. Genuinely fantastic.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So yeah, I'm gonna hit play now, guys. Enjoy. Opening scene.
Wow.
We get a website in papyrus font, which is kind of impressive. 1998, websites were not usual. It describes Mikey Graham as being from the group Boyzone, misspelling Boyzone, the rock group Boyzone. We have a 23-year-old James Bennett who's just been let out of, I assume, an orphanage at the age of 23. And he gives us a very Neil Breen introduction. He wants a...
So he had nowhere else to go.
Well, potentially. He gives us a very Neil Breen introduction where he asks, what the hell's going on? What's going on? Why is going on?
I need to discover who I am, what it is I should do, and what happened to my father.
And then he gives an insight into the economic conditions in Ireland during the 90s as he walks down a dirt road.
It is very Neil Breen.
It is. I mean, Neil Breen is fundamentally associated with the act of asking questions.
Perhaps Neil Breen was inspired by Fatal Deviation.
I feel like this is a good point to posit an idea that this film has effectively the same plot as Kill Bill. and several of the same plot devices. I will make reference to this. It's the legendary Tarantino. I think it's probably one of Tarantino's weaker films.
Well, he's a hack in general, so, low bar.
I wrote a very detailed essay about Reservoir Dogs, and I think Reservoir Dogs is actually a quite clever film.
Are you a enjoyer of The Footman?
I mean, I enjoy his movies, but I don't necessarily have to like him as a person.
Where do you rank Jackie Brown on those?
It's my favorite.
It's my favorite.
It's my favorite Tarantino film.
That is the correct answer. That's the correct answer to that question. That is his best film by leagues. Yeah.
I would argue that the negative. So initially, Jackie Brown received middling responses from people, but and I think that's why Kill Bill's quite weak, because he went a different direction after that. Because I think Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown are three superb films, and the rest of his stuff, I'm like.
The rest of his catalog is mid, compared to those.
I like Inglourious Bastards, but it's so fucking long. It's like 3.5 hours long or something.
It's Inglourious Bastards. It's all right. I think it's a little overrated. But we're not talking about that movie. We're talking about this one.
Well, I think that there is
basically just Kill Bill.
There is a greater point to be made, though. Quentin Tarantino is the perfect example of the phrase "good artists borrow, great artists steal." Like, he is a person with such encyclopedic knowledge of film that he doesn't have to make a single original shot ever. All he has to do is cobble together other directors' shots. And he understands film well enough where to put what. But I feel like movies like this are movies in the sense that they are borrowing without really understanding why it works. And that's why it's kind of funny, right? I feel like movies like this are funny in the same way that someone who has very weak English tries to pronounce a word and fucks it up, right? Because they don't understand it well enough. They're just kind of imitating. And there is something universally funny about that, of someone not really understanding what they're saying or communicating, but still trying to communicate it.
Yeah, people argue that Kill Bill is a film that's completely built on its style. And if you want to see a Kill Bill without style, you should watch Fatal Deviation.
Really, like, this whole podcast is telling you to go and watch Fatal Deviation.
Yeah, and I really think, actually, this film, it's paced well enough. It's, amusing enough that it's really entertaining. It's how The Room is competently made enough that it's entertaining.
Yeah.
That this is exactly like that. I think this is a better film than The Room, because I'm going to say it now, but I'll reiterate it a lot. I think James Bennett is a very talented martial artist. He's actually great, and the fact he still looks like a great martial artist despite the way this film is filmed is a remarkable tribute to his ability as a martial artist, because it's not filmed in a forgiving way.
So the film achieved what it set out to do.
Absolutely. And I think it's okay, we'll talk a bit more about this. But I think maybe I'll move this later into the review, but I think this is a great example of community film, where a community of people come together to make a film together, and they obviously had a lot of fun making it. The next scene is a great example of that, because he apparently turns up to his parents' abandoned home, but this is also clearly an abandoned house in real life.
Mm-hmm.
This is happening to you.
So, Jimmy Bennett returns to his childhood home, apparently a real life abandoned house. Whilst he searches through the remains of his previous life, he has a flashback to a night of fuck. I don't know what happened. Something happening
From the top.
No, that's staying in.
Wait, why are you yelling that to me as though it's an act of rebellion? You're the one who gets to make these choices.
Clearly,
I let you make these choices.
What the hell is that flashback?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out if it was a vision.
It flashes back to his dad looking at the statue of Buddha.
So they're Buddhist? I don't even know where to begin with that.
Kind of praying to it.
Yeah.
Actually. which again, Fred said, why is there a statue of Buddha? And the answer is, yeah, you need to worship Buddha to study martial arts. Like that's the law.
The only Irish Buddhist.
How it is.
in the
I didn't
late
make it up.
90s.
Yeah. Probably would actually been like in reality, like super frowned upon in Ireland to be anything, But okay, Christian,
We
right at that time.
Okay.
we joke, but I think Ireland's pretty progressive. It's
Okay, so
yeah.
Then?
1990s,
well, no.
probably.
I'm thinking like in this time period, we're talking about the time period when everyone just kind of thought of Buddhism as that one religion that's kind of okay, even if there isn't Jesus, right? Like that's just everyone's. It felt like at the
It's
time,
at least it's not Islam.
right? Yeah, exactly. That's the perspective that people, especially during this time period, seem to have. Like Buddhism was the gentle religion where you don't have to like, oh, someone's Buddhist. Oh, okay, so I can slap you and it's okay.
That flashback would have taken place in the 70s.
Good point. Good
By the way.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm just thinking about how this is all filmed in the 90s. This is the
same.
boyhood of martial arts movies. It was filmed over a 20-year period.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the state of this Londis. It's the most depressing supermarket I've seen in my life. Straight out of a post-apocalyptic video game. Two lads, start coming and causing trouble in the supermarket. Big mistake, Jimmy's about to do his shopping.
God, he walks like a tank.
There is a noticeable hum throughout the shots. There's like the weird use of tone in this film, which is obviously quite complicated to achieve, but the sound design's like pretty messy.
It's actually, dude, it's Lynchian.
It's Lynchian.
Right, isn't it?
Well, Lynch did like he's
Yeah.
a fan of hums and buzzing and stuff in that in general.
Yeah.
Lady in the scene says, "You have to pay for that," as a man stuffs his face with a pastry.
To pay for that.
Look at this. Look, watch. You're very brave to be harassed.
Jimmy turns up, kicks the guy in the nuts, kicks him into the the kitchen roll. Our hero, everybody, straight in with the dick kick.
Yeah, straight for the balls.
He opens with nutshot.
Well, as I think you were implying, your quote unquote mischievous teens here appear to be in their late 40s.
Yeah.
I think there's a possibility, and this is it's striking in this context, that those are not children, but maybe like developmentally disabled adults. And he's abusing them. Like Jimmy is abusing helpless.
Yeah, they're meant to be teenagers, but they're older and bolder than you, Mike.
Yeah, that's real cute, man. So Jamie is abusing disabled adult men who are just kind of off the chain in here. Pretty fucked up.
Have you
That's how I
ever
read the scene.
you want to make fun of this, but you've never had the guts to jump the turnstile at your local grocer.
There's a bit of jealousy here. Yeah, there's a bit of. They're adults that are, again, they're disabled. Like, they need to be helped, not beaten mercilessly by a black belt.
I feel
get
like
their guardians. Go
right.
get their guardians. Don't kick them in the testicles.
Well, I mean, this is one of the
Jesus.
funny things about amateur filmmaking, right? Like, there is no consideration for subtext, because the subtext is exactly what you are saying, Mike. The subtext is that these are adults who are acting like children, which immediately suggests a couple of possibilities, none of which really justify our hero coming and kicking one of them in the nuts.
Yeah, you know the way the scene
Yeah.
should have been done, which would have been better. He should have been like initially friendly. He should have been like, "Oh, come on, lads, stop acting the bollocks. Kia, why didn't you leave, fellas?"
Right.
And then like one of them draws a knife, and like the music gets like a bit of dread. He does something like he throws his shopping and then kicks the guy in the head, knocks him, throws the knife away. Completely justified.
Well, this is the
fault.
first. This is the first lesson I think that we can learn from Fatal Deviation. It is always justified to beat up teenagers.
Yes, I completely agree. I one of my favorite scenes in any comedy show is the scene in Always Sunny where they're like he gets jacked, and then his first thing he wants to do is beat up children. That's my one of my favorite scenes. It's fucking amazing. Quick scene. This sweet elderly man tries to be threatening, undermined somewhat by the fact his base of operations is a fucking caravan. Insert all the Irish jokes here. Any comments on that?
Nope, checks out.
That was a funny gag.
It was, yes. It's going on the list of funny gags. So far, it's one.
Shocking bales of hay.
Fred was aroused by that.
Oh, this is absolutely an actually abandoned house.
Yeah. Yeah, they just broke into somewhere. Broke into an abandoned house to film this.
I really hate that font. It's the like
I'm with you, Fred. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's fucking corny.
Vaguely oriental font.
Yeah, it's lame. It's gross. It looks gross. Like an Asian restaurant using that font will actually stop me from eating there.
I have felt that way a few times.
What is that? Stop! Don't do that.
This is kind of wholesome father bonding time, right? Like kid gets bullied and father's like, you know what? I'm teaching you how to fight.
All problems can be solved with violence, my son.
Not
That's
all
why
problems.
I joined the.
Jesus Christ, man! Cut that.
Don't cut that. Do not cut that. Do not cut that.
Well, it's not going to be an anyway.
I want that
This
in.
is all cut. You don't understand. I'm not including this
You
shit.
you could take the audio and move it.
It's the prostitutes.
God forbid a woman stands there.
I'm kind of unimpressed that there were ATMs back then, but I guess that's because I'm an idiot. Have you ever seen how the original ATMs works? You'd like put your card into the slot and you just dispense 20. Like I think I've seen an Australian clip where they're talking about one of the first ATMs, and you put your card in, and you get £20 out for whatever you might need, or 20 Australian dollars or whatever, and then they'd mail your card back to you after deducting the £20 from your account.
No, that's insane.
This is like in
That
the
sucks.
1950s with the first ATM. But yeah, I feel like back then, like banking was a lot more. I remember when I think of my childhood, I remember going to the bank a lot. I remember standing in queue at the bank. Yeah, go on.
My mom showed me like her checkbook once. You had to go and like they had like ledgers and everything was fucking paper, and just basic daily life was a nightmare because you had to meticulously document like every single like withdrawal and expense in the fucking checkbook. It was like, oh god, no thanks. I'd just not be doing that. I feel like I wouldn't make it. If I was this age, like 40 years ago, I wouldn't have made it.
I'd rather starve.
I just wouldn't have made it. Yeah, I just wouldn't have made it. I'd be like, checkbook? Fuck that. Ledgers? You want me to write? Because you write the check, and then you have to go to, like, there's another part of the checkbook that's all, what's the fucking word called? Not a ledger. What the hell is it? Whatever, you're gonna cut this anyway. Who gives a fuck? You want to play the movie?
No, it's good. I like the sequences of the show where Mike tries to remember things and then just gives up.
Oh. You're gonna leave that in then? Okay.
What I'll do is I'll leave you in trying to remember it and slowly fade in everywhere at the end of time, and if everybody will feel a bit sad.
I do love the idea of Mike existing, however many decades ago, and just so fervently refusing to write things down in a checkbook or anything like that he returns to a barter system.
Yeah. I would have ended up on like a commune in like the Pacific Northwest, like bartering beads for like chicken breast.
Next scene, featuring the cameraman's hand at one point. Mikey's guys try and give our female lead some flowers. She doesn't want them, and Jimmy has to step in by violently assaulting the man. During the outtakes, during the scene, one of the guys gets like fucked over a wall, and he lands on his head and like nearly dies, and it's in the outtakes at the end. But he like really hurts himself.
You're right. I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping.
I'm not doing that
I'm
again.
not joking. I'm not doing that again.
Multiple scenes in this film show people actually being injured, which I would criticize more, but in The Lord of the Rings, people constantly got hurt. The hobbits constantly like stepped on glass and like ruined their feet as part of it.
Idiots should have just wore shoes.
That's what you get for being a hobbit, Mike.
Come on, is it that crazy? You put something on your foot? Like, come on. Stupid little creatures.
I love Jimmy rolling across the bonnet of this expensive Mercedes because you just know he dented that to like absolute fuck.
He left a big old shit streak across the tire hood.
It's also noticeable that Jimmy is ADR'd in the scene when he's talking to our female lead at the end.
Thanks,
It's okay. I know what it's like to be bullied.
I haven't got her name yet. I think I do know her name, but I'm waiting for the film to tell me.
Okay. What happened to you?
Guess who's back in town?
Next scene, retirement home. Jimmy Bennett's back in town, and the boss of the local crime family is not happy. He also drops this delicious piece of information that he murdered his father, Jimmy's father.
For no reason, by the way, seemingly just unprompted out of nowhere. Like he wanted to remind everybody that he did it, especially the person watching, right?
Yeah. What was his motivation for killing his father? Maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. Maybe he doesn't like people who do karate. Too many of my boys are being beaten up.
He's a mob boss. He's supposed to be a wealthy, successful mob boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he living in like a, it looks like a retirement home.
I like the idea that everything happening around this guy, this old man, is enrichment. Like he has dementia and they're just trying to keep him happy.
There's none of the he never killed anybody. Don't worry, we're just humoring him.
He's just
right?
confused. There's a really interesting film idea.
Everywhere. What is it called at the end of the universe?
Everything everywhere all at once.
No, everywhere at the end of time.
Everywhere. Everywhere at the end of time.
I had a senior moment where I got those two things confused.
You're not the only person who does that. Don't worry.
I like that there's an alternative film idea here where, like Amadeus, because Amadeus is built on this idea that Salieri, the film is told from Salieri's point of view, who in real life became incarcerated in a mental health sanatorium, whatever you want to call it. He claimed to have killed many people when he was incarcerated because he had mental health problems later in his life. This is like a story told from the point of view of this old man who believes he killed Jimmy Bennett's father, even though he didn't. And he's just an old man who's confused.
I love the idea that he dies for that.
This is why you need a fucking trial, Jimmy Bennett.
Yeah, we killed this kid for enrichment purposes for this old man. Right? We killed. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys, we've just recreated the plot of Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, Kill Bill, both influenced by his film.
In the sense that, like, the enrichment was for Leonardo DiCaprio?
Spoilers!
Yeah, right, yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, spoilers, my bad.
I'll put a big red
spoilers for Chapter 6 of Deltarune, Shutter Island.
Nobody else plays Street Fighter here? Fred, you should have a basic knowledge of Street Fighter to make a DSP documentary.
Yeah.
When Fred made the DSP documentary, he spent 9 months playing Street Fighter.
I had to learn.
Listen, he gets into it. When he researches something,
the only thing I've done that for is EVE Online. I did play EVE Online for 6 months.
Bollocks, man! You played chess. For,
that's true. I did study chess again for the Deep Blue video. Okay, no, that's true. And arguably, this new video, I ended up kind of whatever.
He has 4 fingers in Foxhole right now.
Not that one.
Yeah.
You gotta, Fred. You gotta take this.
Take
Fred.
the fingers. Wait a minute.
No.
Wait, that's good. Fuck, that is good. You can have that one.
Somebody wants to see you.
Who?
Mr. Lachlan.
In the next scene, I can't remember. I don't know his name yet. He hasn't been named yet. This is the problem with the film. Delivers information in a slightly wrong order. But the Brine Boss invites Jimmy to work with him, saying that accidents may happen during manual work. Jimmy says manual work is...
It's okay.
I would criticize Jimmy's acting in this scene if the old man wasn't acting, who may be the worst actor I've ever seen in my life. He might be the worst. Like, Jimmy's fine. He's a great physical actor. His face acting's not great. This old man, he's just all over the place. He's so distracting in every scene he's in. We do get our female protagonist name. She's called Nicola. Also, there is some issues with the editing in this scene. I don't know if you guys noticed. When Mikey is talking to our crime boss, they're obviously shooting at different times.
Yes.
So there's like a sort of visible gap between them, like speaking to each other.
I don't want him working for us.
Relax, Mikey.
If he goes near her again, I'll kill him.
Mikey, it's a dangerous job and accidents happen all the time.
And normally what you have is you have the dialogue overlapping and like the person reacting to it, which is normally spoken by like a producer or a director anyway. But they're reacting to it, they're like nodding, and you overlap them so they feel like they fit together. In this scene, they just don't do that at all.
Again, it's because these people don't really understand the language of filmmaking, right? Like they've seen it, they are imitating it, but they don't understand the reasoning behind it, and that's how something like this happens so easily.
The act of making film for them, there's been a bit lost in transposition because they probably know how to make film, but no, that's wrong. I think they understand what a good film is, but they're struggling to produce that.
They know what it's supposed to look like, but they don't know the process, right? It's kind of like seeing a puzzle. Like you see the end product of the puzzle on the box, and then you have all the pieces all in different places, but you don't know to do the edge pieces first. You don't know to sort by color, right? You just kind of put pieces together, and most of the time they don't fit, but sometimes they do. This is a perfect example of what Red Letter Media calls shooting the rodeo.
Sorry, you don't understand. Here.
China, Japan, Tibet.
Which is part of China, we have to say for legal reasons.
Sri Lanka.
Grenada. Since we're just naming fucking countries now.
Hong Kong.
Which is also part of China.
Yeah, I don't know. People
Getting dangerously close to your social credit score being impacted.
In a genuinely sinister flashback, Jimmy recalls the night his dad was murdered by our crime boss with a fucking samurai sword.
What was creepy was the carnival scene. It was nauseating, disorienting. I felt like I was going to throw up. The audio was horrifying. The visuals were like... Oh, it was like reminded me of the time I smoked salvia. Like, never show me that again. I'm serious. I never want to see that again in my life. Oh my God.
To be locking Mike in the room
Disgusting
with that
scene
scene on loop and gassing it with fear gas.
God, you know, he really is hunched over him. Like, I feel like his back muscles are kind of underdeveloped, maybe.
It's a lifetime of shame weighing down on his shoulders. Jimmy doing a great impression of Elon Musk high on ketamine, fighting off the invisible woke. Stay back, transgender children. So we see our like absolutely terrifying Jack Hackett-esque monk hammering a scroll printed on a piece of paper onto a tree with a rock, which is like a hilarious contrast because he clearly has access to an inkjet printer, but not a hammer. You know, there's a severe mismatch in technology going on here. So, like, it's I will give this film a lot of props, but the printed out scroll paper is definitely like, it feels like it takes you out of the film in a very strange way, because this monk is clearly not a Shaolin monk. He's like he's like a Catholic monk.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it suddenly reminds you that you're watching a film made in the 1990s.
You're looking at the menu at medieval times.
Yeah.
I also appreciate how they kind of felt like, a monk is a monk. What's the big deal? Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, whatever. It's a monk. Okay, it's like a Franciscan monk versus a Buddhist monk. It's the same shit. Whatever. I mean, actually, maybe that's clever.
If conceptually is one thing I'm disappointed with in this film at a very conceptual level, is that the martial arts is a Japanese martial arts rather than like an actual Irish martial arts, which do exist. There's like Irish wrestling and boxing, and they have Irish.
Sure.
Like, the shillelagh is a form of martial art. You fight with sticks.
Unironically, I would say, yeah.
Imagine
no, it really
how fucking
is.
good an Irish martial arts movie.
Well, it's like kendo.
Like imagine
sticks.
like a really funny martial arts movie about fighting with shillelaghs.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
At a gang meeting, they discuss the tournament and do a great job of explaining why it's important. But why is the tournament so important? Because it matters a lot to people around here. Great. One thing I think is very important about filmmaking is that like things shouldn't be distracting. And the whole time through the scene, Mikey Graham has like a white sticker stuck to his shoe. And it's like all I can stare at. He's got like the size sticker stuck to his shoe, and it's so distracting that it's all I can stare at. Also, the fact they're set up on a fold-out table for this meeting.
Yeah, that's the thing that I couldn't help but see.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hi.
How come I haven't seen you lately?
I've been really busy at work.
I told you, give up that job.
God, her house is so depressing. It's so empty. But
Damn bitch, you live like this?
Exactly. I would say, though, I do think Mikey is a decent actor. I think he's good. He emotes with his face a bit better than Jimmy does. It's hard to tell with a film like this because the script is kind of quite stunted, and I almost think the script was kind of slightly secondary to like having a chance to show off Jimmy's his karate skills. The next scene, Jimmy and Nicola, for some reason wandering through the woods, Jimmy dressed as Christian and Nicola wandering through the woods encounter a monk who teleports in behind them. Jimmy calls him a weirdo and leaves. Pretty much. This monk is absolutely hideous. He has like the stained cigarette beard. You know when people smoke a lot and they have like their beard gets stained by the cigarette tar?
Yup.
It's the most disgusting thing. This is like people try and pretend cigarettes are cool, and you meet someone who smokes and they have like stains on their fingers and they smell of cigarette smoke, and it's disgusting. That's why smoking will never be cool to me.
Yeah, I smoked for like 15 years.
Bloody hell. How did you find it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. I think about it all the time. The reason you see me sucking on toothpicks is because in my mind it's a cigarette. I'm trying to replicate that. I took to tobacco like really well, unfortunately. And you know, I still feel the damage that it did to my body every day too. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll probably took about 20 years off my life or something, you know.
I have smoked a pipe on like 2 occasions. It was pleasant, but not worth it.
Oh
you
God,
know?
no.
Like I was like, it's like I was in a position where I was like, this is nice, not worth it. So the plan is that when I'm old enough that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's gonna start smoking when he's like 90. He's like, fuck it, I'm dead anyway.
Exactly.
I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
save all the tobacco
there's no
use
downside
for like
anymore.
the end of life. It's a good strategy.
No, literally,
Yeah, it's a good
the only reason
I'm done with this
people
body.
don't
Fuck it.
smoke
Yeah, I'm
tobacco.
done. Fuck this body.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
bro,
sure.
what? Like, what? Who the fuck if I leave behind a body full of antioxidants?
Look at it this way, too. You are, what damage can you really do to it at that point, right? Because, like, to really do you,
Right,
you know,
exactly.
like, let's say the last 10 years of your life you smoke. I mean, your lungs were pretty much, they're already used. They're already done, you know? Like, what do you, you're talking about a matter of days of life at that point?
Right, exactly. And a lot of the really bad effects, it takes like quite a long time.
You're not going to live that long.
Right.
You're not going to live long enough to
quite a
do the
lot-
damage that would fucking have an impact on your lifespan. So it's
Right.
actually genius.
And,
It's genius.
There's also a fringe benefit. Old people smell like sauerkraut, but I'm going to be smoking a pipe.
There you go.
I'm going to smell like pipe smoke.
There you go. Checks out.
Sorry, no entry.
What's the problem, lads? I just want to have a drink.
Sorry, you little bollocks. I said no entry.
I don't understand this plan. Like, does he think he's just going to walk in with no problem?
Jimmy is refused entry to the pub. Instead of walking away, perhaps getting a drink somewhere else, he batters the bouncers, kicks the shit out of them, and then goes and demands beer.
But every year you look at it, everybody likes to see it. And that's the story, you know.
Hey, Barbie, why don't you apologise?
I do like the bit where the guy's like stood in the background behind the pool table, just patiently waiting to take his shot. The bartender, desperate to defend his business, to stop scaring away customers, making them live in fear of being assaulted in his pub, draws a fucking shotgun and tells Jimmy to get out. Jimmy, reacting to this effective non-combatant, grabs the gun and smashes him in the face with it.
Fuck you and your gun, you prick.
I love how the monks are just chilling out in their Jedi Master robes, where I feel like they wouldn't do that in public. I think like maybe you wear that at the monastery, but when you leave, I'm pretty sure you just put on like civilian clothes.
I'm not getting changed to get a drink.
Hey, all right, that's fair. I mean, who you trying to impress anyway? You took a vow of abstinence, right? You're not trying to impress anyone. It's not like you're going out to get laid, you know? Okay, sure.
This is the equivalent, this is the Irish equivalent of going out to, like, get a pizza in your pajamas, right? Like, this is, I can only assume this is the equivalent.
Jimmy is, like, he's not a great, when he's asked to speak, he's not great. At the end, when he's like,
Oh, by the way, tell your boss I think he has enough people working for him. I'd only be stepping on other people's toes.
He's not great, but his fighting is fantastic.
The camera work doesn't sell it very well. And like, but
because it shows him not connecting with
like,
the people. Like he's not like you don't want to actually punch people. During a scene, so you strategically cut.
You can make it work if you have good stunt people, right? Like the problem. I think the problem that he's running into is that he seems to be a good martial artist, and he's certainly in shape, but none of the people who are taking the hits know how to take a hit, including him. So none of the action lands.
Next scene, our crime boss is arranging flowers. He turns round, says,
"What the fuck is this?"
End scene. 10 on 10.
I think he's such a powerful actor that he steals the scenes that he's in. Like you're saying he's distracting. I don't agree with you. I think it's sheer blinding star power that causes you to not be able to see anything or anyone happening around him.
So here's the thing, Mike.
It's just raw
a
talent.
A significant number of the outtakes involve him flubbing his lines.
Well, he's probably drunk. I mean, you know. Stereotypes.
You can't say that. That's really offensive. Apologize to the Irish
I can,
station.
and I did. I won't.
You're Italian, Mike. I can say exactly the same thing about you. Would you like that?
Have you had the flower? Have you had the flower?
What the fuck is this?
Mikey is cutting up some sweetener to putting his tea, no doubt. Using his supermarket loyalty card. No, boss. He just threw a lucky punt. I'd like, once again, I want to insist, I think Mikey's actually quite good.
That tea's going to be really sweet. I'll say that.
He had like pounds of that stuff.
I could see them coming back, you know, like they send out, I don't know, just the vibe that this whole film crew and like the entire production gives off, where they come back and they're like, good, you got the stunt coke. And the guy's like, stunt coke? And just it drops a fucking 8-ball on the table and he's like, stunt coke? Presents? Yeah.
You're telling me, Mike, a pop star from the 90s was doing drugs?
I mean, okay, well,
impossible.
Can I tell you about the first time I did cocaine, and then several, probably dozens of times after the first time I did cocaine?
We can talk about it, Mike, but I'll have to edit every use of the word cocaine and replace it with the word SpongeBob, so people don't know that you did illegal drugs, because that would be highly inappropriate to talk about on the podcast.
I'm probably about, I'm going to say like maybe 17 years old, and there's this bar here on Staten Island. It does not exist anymore, and it was an Irish pub, an authentic Irish pub, because the owner operator of the establishment, a elderly I would say, in his 60s at the time, you know, a gentleman from Ireland, and he, God bless him, you couldn't understand a word he said when he spoke. Not because of the accent, but it was a potent combination of his accent. I think he was from like rural Ireland, where, you know, they can be like super incomprehensible. But it was also to the fact that he was slurring constantly because he was always drunk. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to, you know, like when I make this joke about the stereotype, it's coming from lived experience. It's not, we're not jokes, but like comments. I mean, like, I'd seen it so many times here, right? He was really a big fan of the white stuff, you know. He'd do it like in front of the customers. He'd do it like on the bar. He'd just be doing it right in there. And he had a lot of it too. I don't know where he was getting it from, but he would sell it to everybody. He would sell it to me and my friends. Which, you know, I mean, like, yeah, it's super illegal. Right. I mean, I think that should go without saying. The statute of limitations is like way up on this. But yeah, the guy was he was sitting there slinging coke from behind his bar. He had his liquor license. He's selling alcohol to minors, and then he was double dipping by selling them cocaine. And we had some wild nights at that bar. You know, me and my buds. But it just gave me this impression that like Irish people really enjoy cocaine. And I haven't been able to shake it. I think, you know, and there were a couple of times when I was in Ireland, when I was doing a study abroad thing, and I ended up in Dublin, and I met a guy, I met a local, and he was like, "Hey, you want some coke?" And I'm like, "Wow, this is a thing. Like, they love cocaine in Ireland." Am I like, I mean, put in the comments if this is just a coincidence that this happened to me like multiple times, where I just had like,
Mike, maybe it's less that they're Irish, and maybe it's more that you just look like someone who does coke.
You look like a good market.
Maybe it could also be the situations I'm putting myself in and the people I'm surrounding myself with. Maybe, but
maybe
like,
he was offering you a can of Coke. He was just like, "Do you want to get a Coke together?"
A Coca-Cola, perhaps.
You look like a friendly fellow.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know. Is cocaine big in Ireland? Is it bigger than anywhere else? Maybe let us know.
That's right. We are not feds. I love cocaine. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Tell us about your cocaine usage and your postcode, your zip code, Americans. Or if you're in Ireland, your postcode. And the next scene, Jimmy does his best impression of a chihuahua stuck down a well.
You would know from experience.
The chief monk, I'm going to call him, peers behind him. He's genuinely a terrifying man. If you met him in the street, you'd recoil in fear.
Yeah, it's a serious jump scare. It's really
nasty stained beard, and he's going to work with you, which is, I assume, an innuendo for gay sex.
I can't imagine what else he would have meant by it. He was like, your dad really enjoyed my penis. You're gonna like it a lot too, kid.
That was all subtext. You just converted into like actual text.
Come train your hole with me.
4-finger death punch.
My body is a machine that turns subtext into text.
And that text just reads "come" over and over again.
Because I'm going to work with you.
Why would I want to work with you, old man?
Your father said that the first time I met him.
What is he, Bigfoot? Looks like Bigfoot footage. No, you know what this really looks like, Fred. Our dad has told us not to be ashamed of our peckers.
Our dad.
Whatever the fuck it was it? That is the Chris Chan shirt. Fred, we have to talk about how that's the Chris Chan shirt after this scene. Like
it's not exactly, but
it's enough to fucking get some laughs out of it.
Fred's like, I know a Chris Chan shirt when I see one. It's fucking close, Fred.
Bro,
oh my!
How
it's close. It's very close.
This man lives
are very
in the wood.
hiked up.
Jimmy, I'm not really sure what Jimmy is doing. He's sort of play fighting his way through, frolicking through the woods, where he comes upon our priest apparently living rough in the woodlands of Trim. He tells him that his training will begin tomorrow, and then it cuts to a flashback where Jimmy's training with his dad. At one point, being thrown like a bale of hay into a pile of hay, which I thought was actually hilarious.
God, the shirt, it is very close to the Chris Chan special.
When you make the thumbnail, Ryan, please put edit on the Pikachu, the Sonichu necklace onto Jimmy.
Please,
in the
no.
Thumbnail. It'll be so funny.
No.
You don't want to curse
I don't
the
want
video,
anything
that's
to
why you don't
do
want to
with
get
that.
cursed?
No,
Yeah,
you
you
know
just
the
want to get
curse.
cursed.
Yeah, you know about the curse.
Fair.
I do not want to
Fair.
be touched by that.
Fair. Fair enough.
That's got to okay. That has to be my most irrational. I have noticed. I have taken note of the fact that I am superstitious in small ways here and there, like very small ways. A friend of mine, like a streamer friend, approached me and was like, "Hey, Fred, would you send me some of your hair so I can make a voodoo doll?" And I'm like, "Look, I know nothing's gonna happen.
It's all bullshit.
I know nothing's gonna happen, but
Right?
like I know it is. I know it is. But at the same time, the best case result is nothing happens. The worst case result is there is now a doll that is like magically linked to my body. I can only lose."
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I get the best case scenario is nothing happens.
Oh, Jesus!
Change clothes.
This is very. This is the scene from Kill Bill again, where is it Pai Mei, the martial arts master, but that it's also it's more like the scene from The Empire Strikes Back, the great Irving Kershner movie, where he finds Yoda on the swamp planet. Dagobah, that's it.
Why do I know that?
The
I wish I
Dagobah
didn't know
system.
that.
Because there's a joke about Italians and the slur for Italians.
Oh, yeah. Don't say it. You're not allowed. That's our word. You can't say that.
But actually, it's not. I think it's a Spanish slur because it's about how Spanish people pronounce the name Diego.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. I wasn't aware of the etymology there. That checks out. Okay.
But there's a Family Guy joke about Italians.
There's a lot of those, actually. They're not shy in ridiculing us.
I'm going to level with you. A lot of the reason I have any memory of Star Trek is because I played Battlefront 2.
That would be an interesting fact if we were talking about Star Trek.
Star Wars. Fuck off. Look, I'm sorry if I can't help but think of better things.
No, you're right. I feel that. I feel that.
Don't you insult visionary movie director Irvin Kershner, director of The Empire Strikes Back?
Wait, it wasn't George Lucas? We keep saying that, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, George Lucas only directed the first one.
No.
The second one's
and
by...
they rightly took it from him. They rightly were like, you know what?
Yeah, they saw that Star Wars was a massive success, looked at George Lucas once and said, this was a fluke. We're putting this into more stable hands.
Fluke Skywalker.
Guys, we keep skirting dangerously close to 3 white guys talking about Star Wars, the podcast. Like, we need to steer away from this.
I call being Rich Evans.
There is only one group of white people allowed to talk about Star Wars and Star Trek.
I don't know. Do you think I'm
and
more
that
Stock
is Red Letter
Lasse-like,
Media.
or do you think I'm like Evansy? I feel like I'm a hybrid.
You're much more Stoklasta. You're much more of a Mike.
I think I have both of the DNA of both of those men in me, kind of. And I don't mean that
You
like
do.
There was gay sex and
You
semen.
do? Yeah.
That's not what I was trying to say.
I was going to let that slide. Like lube.
Just like their penis did into my ass. Is that what you're going to say?
Into your
What
ass,
stopped you?
yes.
What stopped you from saying that?
Self-respect, mostly.
Okay. Ryan, if you edit any of this out, I'm going to be very unhappy with you. Okay?
I can't
This is good
actually.
stuff.
This episode, I'm
Right.
going to be editing parts of the previous episode in it just to make everybody happy because they want to hear the fucking clap conversation.
Yeah, you got to edit that in.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
so anything
happening.
else before we move on with the film? There's a lot of film left, so if you want to we'll get anything else in there.
Look, I'm having a nice time, Mike. Fucking hell.
Yeah. I just, I don't want this to be a
This
fucking another
episode-
6-hour episode.
This episode starts with a disclaimer where Fred's like, by the way, Ryan's getting fired for the next 2 episodes. So I'm enjoying my time.
Right, okay. It's not what he meant. I don't think that's what he meant. I don't know what he meant.
I love how the old guy very clearly doesn't know martial arts and has kind of just been shown bits, whereas our hero clearly has done these before.
Right, this guy can't teach him shit.
No.
Except like how to fucking black out
He
drunk.
can teach him how to he can teach him how to contract gout.
Yeah. It's all the wisdom he has for him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have that, by the way. Actually, I know I have that.
In our next scene, a Catholic priest watches an undressed adolescent boy run around. He's meant to be like 19. We also see Jimmy and Nicola riding around on a pair of lovely horses. There's an outtake from this scene where clearly one of the horses broke loose, and Nicola's like on the back of this horse that's galloping across the field until she finally falls off, and then men laugh in the background.
I mean,
terrifying.
Because that's hilarious when somebody
Scary.
falls off a horse that's not life-threatening or anything.
That was bad. Like,
Yeah,
yeesh.
she could be paralyzed.
All I can think of seeing this guy crawl through the grass in his white pants is like, oh, this is going to leave stains, man.
We don't have enough money in the budget for pants. You have to wear your own. Oh, but Jimmy, they're brand new. I got them there. You can crawl on the ground. It's like we spent all our money on Mikey Graham's black clothes and black shoes.
We rented out this retirement home and paid them to kick out all the old people so we could film for an afternoon.
That's a village hall, Fred. I'm sorry to tell you.
Oh, is it?
That's a community meeting place. That's why it's a fold-out table.
Ah.
In this scene, Jimmy does some more training. He asks the old priest about his dad, who says, after training, and Jimmy's absolutely furious when he hears this.
High kicks now.
No, tell me about my father first.
Later, after training.
Oh, just he is looking like the master is looking at his ass as he walks away. Like,
Not everybody's looking hornily at people, Fred. Maybe he's checking his form.
no, he's not looking. Checking his form.
Making sure he's doing the moves
Sure.
correctly. Cut to the next scene. Mikey is drinking a cup of tea. The bastard. All evil people drink. It's hilarious. He's like drinking a cafe cup of tea and eating a sandwich. They inform him that Jimmy has been spotted training in the woods by the Seven Oaks, and Mikey says to go kill him.
It's a dubious honor, but like he's not in good company.
Grading
the
on a Fatal Deviation curve. This is an Oscar-worthy performance by Mikey Graham.
Yes. Like, you know that saying, if you're the smartest person, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong place. this is like, if you're the best actor in the room, you're in the wrong movie. And I feel like this is one of those cases. Like, what are you doing here, man? What are you getting out of this?
It's something for the resume.
I mean, it's actually interesting. It's a good point. Like, what did Mikey Graham get? He was a very successful pop star. Was this just like no one else would give Mikey Graham a chance as an actor?
Yeah.
Because he was an actor before he was in Boyzone. He did advertisements as like a kid, but he's not really acted since. He's actually kind of retired from the public eye now, Mikey Graham. Yeah, it's very strange. The story of I'm so curious how Mikey Graham ended up in this film. I don't know if his name's Mikey Graham or Michael Graham. He's called Mikey in this, right? That's what I'm going with. It does have the extras. In our next scene, they're having a feast of oranges. And how many oranges can you get? They will not be short of vitamin C.
Okay. It kind of reminds me, you know those videos of people like taking animals and like surrounding them with treats while they're asleep? And then they wake up surrounded by a silhouette of themselves in like whatever. That's what this is. Like, he's surrounded her with oranges.
Oh, I thought you meant Jimmy was surrounded by oranges. Like he fell asleep and the monk just assembled oranges around him. There's a hilarious bit where she's trying to put a strawberry in Jimmy's mouth and he just can't get it. He's like, there are numerous outtakes of this where Jimmy's accidentally like bitten part of her thumb off trying to eat the strawberry.
He tried to bite it in the same way like a horse reaches for a carrot. You know that it had to have been a later take because that is not the nicest strawberry that they got.
They've almost out of strawberries. There was a pack of around 13, 14 strawberries and they've gone through them all. It's like, Jimmy, just eat the damn strawberry.
Please, just... You've spent your entire life biting things, eating things. Why did you suddenly unlearn today?
It's actually interesting. Okay, I'll close out my explanation of this scene. He's about to steal a kiss from Nicola, and then they're interrupted by a group of, I presume, teenagers on bikes. One of the things that's really weird about acting is when you try and act, you can't do anything normally. If you walk whilst you're being filmed, you start like unnaturally concentrating on your walk. Reading lines is almost easier as an actor because a lot of things that are like easy, you just do naturally. As soon as you start thinking about them, you can't fucking do them. And that's what happens with acting. So it's interesting. You can see Jimmy was just struggling to eat a strawberry out of someone's hand because he's like, he's thinking about it too much.
Maybe he just really doesn't like strawberries. I mean, imagine
that's possible.
Like, I can't do it. No more strawberries.
He's got tryptophobia. He's afraid of the little seeds.
Like maybe we can film a scene with a banana instead. It's like, no, it looks weird. She's like putting a whole banana into his mouth.
Listen, I need you to shove a banana into my mouth.
And they couldn't find any grapes.
Scene.
They couldn't find any grapes. It's got to be strawberries. He's like, can I do an orange? It's like, they're not forcing an orange into your mouth with the peel on. It's got to be strawberries, Jimmy.
Cucumber, take it or leave it.
It has to be the whole fruit bowl.
Continually more phallic foods.
She's like, but it's bigger food. By the end, she's like trying to force a durian into his mouth. Jimmy, with no provocation, kicks the face in of one of these guys on the motorbike. When I was young, it was like a fairly common sight if you're walking through the forest to see people driving like...
Yeah, you hear it.
He just kicks the one guy in the face. No provocation. The next guy he sees he has a gun, so he kicks him and disarms him and nicks his bike. And like hilariously throws the helmet off the bike and hits the guy on the ground, which must have been like pretty uncomfortable in real life.
I should note that he doesn't steal the gun from his belt when he has the chance. He taps him on the shoulder to get him to turn around so he can kick him in the face, then take the gun.
That's the code of honor of the karate. He does things to people's face. He wouldn't disarm a man and threaten him with his own gun.
Is that how that works?
He wouldn't kick a developmentally disabled 30-year-old man in the testicles in a supermarket as a first resort. As a first resort.
If he's facing you, you can do whatever you want. You can poke him in the eye, you can kick him in the nuts. It's fine. But he has to be facing you. That's the rules. He drives off and he bellows at Nicola to get on the bike.
Get on the bike! Come on!
they're being chased down at this point by people on motorbikes and people in this like banged up Mercedes. So he drops Nicola off whilst he goes to take the guys on. Nicola kind of has this NPC video game logic where she just stands in the one spot despite being in mortal danger rather than escaping.
It's very Crazy Taxi.
Very Crazy Taxi. The music as well.
Yeah.
So he kills a couple of the bad guys, but Nicola is kidnapped and taken away. There's use of After Effects in the scene. It's kind of impressive.
Impressive.
Well, that means that somebody
word.
had access to a computer in Ireland in 1998
true.
or whenever this was filmed.
But apparently not a tire pump.
Fred is desperately concerned.
Not
about
an air compressor.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, this Mercedes, it must be like a scrap car. It must have been involved in an accident already, and they picked it up from like a junkyard.
Oh yeah, you see the bumper, right?
Jimmy is. To be fair, Jimmy's stunts are not bad. He's clearly not a motorcycle stuntman, but he's on a trailer at this point. I'm pretty sure when he stands up on the motorbike.
It's a good effect. It's a good effect.
It's a absolutely standard Hollywood effect. If you have anybody who's meant to be driving a motorbike and they're not really, they'll be pulled along on a trailer.
It works. It's convincing.
No, this is like, here's the thing. A review of this,
I didn't think twice about it.
A cracked review of this called this like the worst movie ever made. It is nowhere near that. This has like some decent shots in it. Some of these shots are very competently done.
It feels like a clickbait title because like this absolutely is more competent than some other movies
It's
I've
impressive
seen.
for what it is.
Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Definitely.
Yeah, Manos.
Yeah. Manos, the Hands of Fate. Yeah, is so incompetently made.
Manos might actually be the worst movie. Like
really
Manos was such a bad movie that like the person who played
was killed by
Torgo,
He died?
I think. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he because of the prosthetics on his legs, he developed some really severe chronic pain for which what was it? He got addicted to something.
Well, how long was he in the prosthetics for?
He apparently put them on wrong, but he put them on backwards or something. He's meant to be like a centaur or something, and he's actually not a terrible actor in that film. His performance is like not great, but it's not terrible compared to like everybody else in that film. He's one of the better actors. But yeah, it's like the moths. They filmed using lights, and moths are like flying at the cameras.
I remember that. I remember the moths. Yeah.
But even that might not be the worst film ever made. There are like way like more incompetent films ever made. Like, but I think this is a genuinely entertaining film. I think this is the dialogue in a lot of this film is genuinely laugh out loud funny. Like genuinely inspiringly funny dialogue. We'll come to some of it in a bit. Some of it's really good. But there are films which are just incredibly boring. Manos is a very boring film. This is not a boring film. The action in this film is good. Like
It is, yeah.
It's got its problems, but like I really enjoy watching this film.
I could have anyone, do you know that? Do you know that? You made me look bad, and that's not good.
You're making me look bad. No, he's making me look bad, and that's not good.
That's not good. I can't help. I cannot help. I cannot help but hear that bit from Wreck-It Ralph. I am bad, and that is what I am. I am bad, and that is good.
Oh my god, Mikey's caravan is pathetic. He might be the most pathetic human I've ever seen in a film, and he's meant to be a big crime boss with his drugs and stuff. And he lives in this caravan with the car air fresheners, because clearly it doesn't smell good in there. And his like wife beater.
The air fresheners were centered in the shot. Did you see that? They were like dead center of the shot. I feel like it wasn't. They're not set dressing or anything. Like that's not props for the scene. I think it just really legitimately smells that bad in there.
I feel like this is a movie where like, how do I put this? Sometimes you have characters who are, you know, who occupy some important place in society, and like because of that their struggles are important, right? Because like whatever happens to them will have echoing effects. This, if you have a character that has less impact on the world, then like you have to do work to make the audience care about them, right? Like I feel like sometimes when you are writing for characters who are of lower social status, you have to do a little more work to suspend the disbelief of the viewer and make them care about the characters. And this just feels like the stakes are very high for the people involved, but it also feels obscenely petty. Like everything about this movie feels like weirdly petty, despite like it's so much more petty than the stakes would suggest. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, you know what? Cut everything else out I said. The meat of what I was trying to say was you know what? Cut everything else out. Let me do this again. This movie feels weird because the stakes are so high, but the reasons are so petty.
Yeah. This is a movie where they're fighting for control of the criminal underworld of a town with a population of less than 10,000 people. Which it probably had
10,000 people seems like a lot the way this place is being depicted.
This is like nearly 30 years ago now, Mike. So the population, I'm actually going to have a look up at what the population of like Trim was in the late 90s. Oh, I got it. 1996 had a population of 4,000 people.
Yeah, I was going to say 10,000 is generous.
Right. Like this criminal underworld, like its total net value is probably like a couple of bucks. Like what we saw them doing cocaine. They're selling cocaine to who?
There is one very wealthy retiree in this town who just does a lot of cocaine.
Maybe it's a regional enterprise and he just so happens to be... This is the seat, perhaps,
he's selling cocaine and he's washing the money through his chain of retirement homes, of which there is one in Trim, and that's it. We have to wash this nearly 30 Irish pounds of money we've made in cocaine.
Yeah. 30 pounds.
They're like looking at the like,
oh my God.
Who is this gentleman who was staying at your retirement home? This P. Escobar. And he's like, oh, unfortunately, he died before you visited, but he paid £30 for the week he was here.
Wild, aggressive hippos roaming the Irish countryside.
In our next scene, Jimmy returns home, injured after his motorcycle chase. On the table, he reads a note and absolutely pegs it to the woods, where he finds a bunch of goons attacking the priest. I would describe what he does here as going Worf mode, Fred. Like he just goes on a Worf style rampage and murders everybody.
Yeah.
Eventually rescuing the old man. I love this scene because it's getting darker throughout the scene because you could tell it took a bit longer than they expected to film, and by the end it was really dark to the point you can barely see what's happening during the fight.
It's usually films with this kind of budget are filming day for night. This is night for day.
Night for day. The contrast is turned up to the max.
Berserker rage lasts for 5 rounds.
That scream, I'm going to ask you to back that up because that sounded a lot like the world's loudest orgasm. I want you to really dial into that for a second, okay? Like try to visualize it.
No. There is no part of that I want to visualize. He legitimately kicks those dudes in the chest.
He does. He looks like he's actually connected with them. The camera work is quite good in this scene, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's decent.
Apart from the fact you can't see anything because it's dark.
Let me just like chucks that dude. It gives me memories of like the kinds of tussles you'd get into in elementary school. You know, like you grab a dude and you just throw him to the ground and nobody gets hurt during it, right? Onto the bark dust. Fuck trees.
In our next scene, Jimmy has a flashback to his dad's death again. Probably don't need to mention that. He's having flashbacks constantly. In our next scene, Jimmy sat around the fire with our monk. They revealed the infamous note saying loose or else.
Yeah.
It doesn't say lose, it says
loose.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could be saying it like lose or else.
I feel like if you want to do that, you'd put at least 3 O's, maybe more.
Lose. I like the idea that nobody on set recognized that it was wrong.
How many people you think looked at this?
At least 2.
The cameraman? At least 3, because they had a cameraman.
Maybe it's like a joke at the expense of the kidnappers. Maybe that's stupid.
Oh, could be. I doubt it, but we should give them the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, they've proven experts in all other fields. Why not spelling and grammar as well? His accent is very bizarre, the monk. It doesn't sound Irish to me. What is that?
If you win the tournament, you'll break their power.
But what about Nicola?
Don't worry, we'll get her back.
I think he's trying to sound like a a peaceful at one individual.
A peaceful what?
At one individual. He's channeling Yoda.
Oh, he's all zen about it, right? I feel like we need to talk about the giant wound on the left side of Jimmy's face. That it's for some reason it's very hard for me to not see it as like a giant fake eyebrow that they put on him for some reason.
See, I was looking at that, and I think they actually did screw up one of the scenes, and that's a real wound.
You think that's
I suspect that's a real wound, yeah.
It's a bit distracting, isn't it?
It is very distracting.
Like, if I was doing makeup and stuff, I wouldn't have went that hard, because now it's like the whole movie, he's going to look like that, really? The whole time? Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? So yeah, I think you might be right. That was not intended. And it's real. Yeah.
In our next scene, we have a montage of an absolutely terrible song of Jimmy wandering down the street looking like he's having some kind of mental health crisis. He looks genuinely like he's lost it, and he's like gesturing and he's furious. It's never established that they had sex. It seems like moments before she's kidnapped, he's trying to steal a kiss from her. He tells her to close his eyes and his lips are getting close to hers. And then the next scene, we're having a sex scene. Doesn't really make a lot of sense in terms of chronologically. It doesn't make sense unless he's seeing the future. Is this like an early Christopher Nolan film? Like everything's told out of order?
The song wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was
horrible.
Bad.
Wasn't good.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't good, but I think you're going a little hard on it.
It wasn't great.
And if she cries,
there's this fucking meme of like a cat or something standing there really angry. He looked exactly like it. I've been trying to look for it while we've been talking. I cannot find it.
He looked like Superman just before he's about to turn back the earth.
Oh, where the fuck is this meme? Fuck, where is this meme? Ah! No, you need to see. I'm not going to find it. Never mind. I would
send it to me afterwards, Mike, and I'll edit your words so they fit the episode.
If I can find it, whatever. Just play the fucking movie. Fuck.
It's too early for you to be this defeated, Mike. Come on.
Where is this meme?
Okay, what's the plan?
He already told you the plan!
He forgot. He forgot!
The plan is I wiggle these sticks.
Trim Airfield, which is... at Trim Airfield, which is literally a field. Seagull, I assume a reference to Steven Seagal. Seagull turns up after a tournament in Hong Kong. This whole scene is kind of completely brought down by how this old crime boss, the actor, just can't act, and it feels like everything's knitted together from different takes that don't make a lot of sense with like weird continuity. It's a very a strange sequence to me. I think like every scene he's in, I feel like I can't really understand what's happening in it because it feels like everything's so out of context.
I feel like if I get what's going on, but it's leaning really heavily on tropes for you to understand what's going on.
It trusts you're going to understand the tropes. You're going to have seen these things before, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I can fill in the blanks. Oh, I get this. Oh, I see what they're doing. Oh, they're doing a training montage. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're doing that, right?
Right. I think what really holds this movie back is that literally everything that happens is shorthand for another trope, like an idea.
It's like the martial arts tournament. Why does that matter? It makes people respect you. They established that it's important to people in Trim, but they have guns. They have guns and goon. You don't need to like earn their respect by winning a tournament. You can just threaten them with guns
and goons.
Right.
Gunning and gooning. Cut that.
Do not cut that.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This may be the first use of the antagonist's name. His name is Lockland.
Yeah, we just learned it.
As Jimmy picks up a massive tree stump above his
Yeah, well,
head.
he thought all the bad stuff happening to him was just random up until now, I guess.
See, like, I thought that he was going to stop the word after the first phoneme. I thought he was just going to yell log and then throw the log.
It's one of those things which I think is actually quite physically impressive because it probably was really heavy. But if you describe a man throwing a tree stump, it just sounds funny.
It was a stump, yeah, not a log. But I feel like it's also this too. That wasn't in a script. They were just doing, they were shooting B-roll and montage footage, I guess, like out in the woods. And they found that stump and they were like, it'd be really cool if you threw that all angry, like.
Yeah, that's what...
Like on-set improv
Mike,
type vibes.
they improvised that scene.
Oh, is that confirmed?
Yeah, the log wasn't an actor. He had to improvise his performance.
Oh, the log? Yeah.
Warriors, welcome.
In our next scene, it's the tournament, apparently taking place in Mexico.
Oh, the filter? Yeah.
It's very yellow.
It's very yellow. It's the Mexico filter, which is from Breaking Bad, but has become like a universal trope now.
Sure.
The first fight, an American. His first act in the fight is to disrespect the American flag by throwing it against the wall and just walking it and holding it upside down the whole time, which doesn't feel like... It feels like it violates flag code, but I'll leave that with you two. Some genuinely impressive martial arts on display. The guy who wins the fight is definitely a less impressive fighter overall, but he's like a big, tough dude, and it like feels like it makes sense as part of the scene.
Harpy and Fitzsimons.
I wish I could tell you the names of these fighters, but I can't understand what this little kind of Jawa man is saying. He's just kind of saying weird vowel sounds, and it's hard to hear. This also there's a work of art. I don't know if you've ever seen it called Piss Christ.
Yes,
I'm
aware.
Piss Christ. Yeah,
this has got the
pretty
piss.
Familiar with Piss Christ.
Piss Christ. Of course you are.
Of course.
Piss Christ. This has got the Piss Christ filter on it.
It does. Yeah, it does.
There's one shot like just here.
Do we know about Piss Christ?
Yeah. Look at how pissy this
Mike
shot
is preparing Cum Christ.
This looks like it was filmed in a vat of piss. Cum Christ. Infamous work of art. Hang on. Piss Chris. I searched Piss Chris. That's
Piss
not what I meant to do. Yeah. Yeah, see, look, like it's got the Piss Christ
Piss
filter.
Chris or alternatively Piss Chan.
Piss Chan.
Piss Chris is just a guy who he just sits in a pit, like a dunk tank full of piss and like lets people take pictures, and he's like, "This is my art. Yeah, this is my artwork."
The line between art and the weird sex fin has never been so thin.
No, it's getting thinner every day.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. This is Mortal Kombat logic, where like you can completely shatter someone's bones and then the fight continues. I don't know if you've seen some of the new Mortal Kombat games where they're like you do certain attacks and then it gives an X-ray of their bones breaking and like shattering, but then like they get back up and the fight keeps going. And it's kind of silly.
Like you'll see their spine splinter into like 13 pieces and then they just continue the fight.
There's one where like their opponent's nuts explode, I think.
There's a lot of material if your nuts exploded.
Right. Well, it would be like
Fred's nuts exploded. That would be go supernova.
Well, no. Did you ever hear about the
neutron star?
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the exploding whale on the Oregon coast?
Yes, of course. Yeah, very infamously.
Yeah.
Well, where was that? Was that Newport?
No, it was farther south, I believe. It was. Was it Astoria? I'm gonna look this up now. Hold on.
One of the things I really like about Fred's keyboard is that it's so loud that it sounds like it's been like put in as a piece of Foley.
Florence. Yeah, just normally typing. Well, I actually have an even quieter keyboard now. I just type really fast.
Okay. But I did know a town in Oregon.
You did.
Fred.
I'm proud of you.
Jimmy seems to spend a lot of time getting punched in the face. Same with Siegel, the other bad guy, spends a lot of time just getting punched in the face before he just smashes the guy to bits with a single fist. Same familiar, Fred?
Oh, you were saying he got fisted in the ass. Well, that'd be 5 fingers, not 4.
This guy was missing a finger.
Oh, all right. That checks out.
Also, do we count thumbs as fingers?
I don't.
Do thumbs count as fingers? Is that what you're saying? Yes, absolutely. A thumb is a finger.
It depends.
Is there even
It depends on the
there?
context.
Fred. No, it doesn't. Are you kidding me? When is a thumb not a finger, man?
When you're talking anatomy, right? Like when you're getting a little more technical.
I can't believe this. This is crazy. No. So it's always
Mike,
gonna
I
be a
don't.
finger.
Mike, I don't
Mike's
care enough
crashing
about.
out.
I don't
I'm
care
crashing
enough
out.
about this to argue it. Like, you severely overestimate how much I care.
do. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the film. I do like the editing with the the free repetitions.
Yeah,
of the kicks, where it's
that's the thing though. Is like
That's good.
when something works in the movie, I don't get the impression that it's on purpose. They just like the thing, so they put it in, right? It's like
that's completely
it's like
on purpose.
You remember how in what was it, the 60s or something? Everything was like every recipe was just existing food in gelatin. Like and if something tasted good, it was because the thing was there and you were tasting the thing on its own. And the fact that it was in the gelatin was incidental. It's kind of like that. I'm thinking like an undercooked soup. Yeah,
just eating raw vegetables.
Well, I've done that. I'm not too proud to admit it.
Sometimes when you tell me things, Fred, all I can imagine is you as like this little golem creature, and you're like, you've just got like a whole butternut squash you're just eating.
There are times in my life where I would have done that.
Wait, whoa. I need Fred to know that Grok says that a thumb is a finger.
Okay.
We're cutting that. It's too embarrassing you look something up with Grok. I was going to say, I think Grok might be, of all the AIs,
I didn't actually look it. I didn't actually look it up. I'm kidding.
Grok is woke. Of course, Grok would allow a thumb to identify.
Oh, is that what you think? You think Grok? Okay, sure.
Grok and Elon's like, we're working on Grok, gonna make it less woke, gonna stop it saying that thumbs are fingers.
Well, that was when it started like highlighing and stuff, right? Immediately after that, right?
Yeah,
right.
it's like
they went to they overcorrected. Yeah,
I would say that a thumb is not a finger. Elon's like, God damn it, we gotta get it so it's like not, but also stops telling people that thumbs are fingers.
There's a sweet spot somewhere in the middle there, I'm sure.
I love the guy who like falls like a video game NPC, like
he ragdolls. He ragdolls.
Game.
Yeah,
after he kicks him in the groin, he like instantly dies.
It's
amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's a Source Engine ragdoll.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to contradict you guys. It's closer to an Elder Scrolls or Bethesda ragdoll.
Oh yeah, Bethesda.
The
Bethesda,
falling to the
Bethesda.
knees and like all springy is much more Bethesda ragdoll.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
that was a rough fall. How many people fell on their necks in this movie?
Jimmy knocks a guy down with like a 14 kick combo, but just the same kick over and over again. This is how I would win a lot of fighting games back in the day.
I was just gonna say that he spammed B. Yeah, he just spammed.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah. We take this.
I don't know. That's the kind of move they put in the movie, and all I can think is, I learned that from a 40-year-old white suburban dad.
Or a 90-year-old Irish Franciscan monk.
At the local McTaekwondo.
In this case. I had a friend who worked at one of those McTaekwondo places, by the way.
Oh, really? How was the experience?
Yeah, it was, you know what? It was a very fulfilling job for him. He liked it a lot. He made decent money.
I'm sure.
And, yeah,
it's kids having fun, right? Like, there is nothing wrong in getting physical activity, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sport.
And then he went on to become a teacher, I think it was history or something.
Cool.
I don't know, but it's like Trim Fight Club. First rule of Trim Fight Club, there's no rules of Trim Fight Club. That's the only rule. I guess also don't talk about it. He did not connect with her.
On a physical or emotional level.
Unfortunately. Right, Fred?
Dude, people... This gag cannot jump from Twitch to YouTube. That cannot happen.
I know. Fred does not hate women. He does not. It's just a bit. It's fine. He doesn't. Neither do I. None of us do.
Some of the okayest people I've known have been women.
Next scene, Jimmy asks,
Tell me about my father.
What do you want to know?
How did you know him?
He was my first student.
How?
It feels very much at this point that the film is like slightly edited out of order. It's there like the next scene is daytime back at the tournament, and this was filmed in the evening clearly. And it like why do you want to know now? It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess, the editing of this film. The editing of this film is sometimes occasionally quite good, and other times it's kind of ponderously bad. It's a really mixed bag.
This is a really common hallmark of any art piece of media that is copying something existing, but not really understanding why the creative decisions have been made. You see flashes of okayness, and then at other times it's just awful and makes no sense. Because if
it's just
if you are copying something that is good, then at least a little bit of what you're copying is going to shine through. Like some of the intention of the original will worm its way in, but not enough of it to make sense. Like usually a creative work, especially something like a film, is the result of many different intentions coming together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Even things that have like one thing that's good, like, oh, the story sucks, but the fighting's really good. Even then, you have many different ideas and creative disciplines coming together to make something greater. But someone who doesn't know what they're doing, this is what it looks like. It ends up being analogous to like a box of jelly beans, right? Like some of them are decent. Some of them are just absolutely awful.
Mike has a bit of history with this, don't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you even eat?
Looking at it, right? It's on my desk right now. I'm fucking mocking me.
Can you even eat regular jelly beans anymore?
No. Some of these taste so bad. I have to take this off the fucking wheel. I can't keep doing this jelly bean shit. It's not even like entertaining
the
anymore.
vomit one is like the worst thing I've ever tasted. I had them, but they were Bertie Bott's beans, and the vomit one was genuinely absolutely disgusting because they're sweet as well.
Yeah,
they're
it's
sweet.
like the same shit.
It tastes like vomit, but it's like sweet vomit. It's like the durian thing again.
It's fucking
bad.
Good. The worst one in there is the bandage, though. Don't let it. No, there's one that's like socks.
No,
that one. I refuse to eat that one. If I pull that one, it goes straight in the trash. I won't eat it. And chat's like, you're cheating, and I'm like, you fucking eat it. Fuck you. I will never eat that again. It's like degrading to eat that.
I love the natural
so
state
bad.
for every Twitch streamer is to absolutely despise their audience.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you learn to. I appreciate it's actually keeping to a tournament structure, like single elimination. God, they're such normal looking people watching. Maybe that's part of the horror.
Yeah, I see like soccer moms sitting there.
It could be anyone who's
Have
into
you seen
this.
the people who watch hockey? They look normal too.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. Your neighbor, your wife, your mother. Because, I mean, this is illegal, right? Like, I mean, this obviously is not sanctioned by anybody. There's no permits here.
I think that these underground fight clubs there are a few different underground fight clubs that exist. I think they exist in a sort of legal gray area. They're not illegal enough to be taken off of YouTube.
I mean, if you're like, let's say you're, Trim Police Department, you're like, yeah, well, there's a group of people regularly hospitalizing each other in the fucking ruins on the edge of town. Like, we probably should do something.
Well, actually, legitimately,
right?
if you want to learn a little bit more, if you
Like-
want to learn a little bit more about these, the YouTube channel Napoleon Blown Apart did a really good documentary about these sort of underground fight clubs.
Okay.
Yeah, they've kind of become media. Like, a lot of them have really sharp editing. Some of them do. They're an industry.
Our final fight. Jimmy, concussed and barely conscious, recalls, potentially through false memories, the night his dad died, at the hands of Lachlan with a samurai sword. hilarious image. He looks like such an elderly man, incapable of incapable of wielding a sword. Through sort of ringing in Jimmy's ears, the priest starts chanting,
Fatal Deviation. Fatal Deviation. Fatal Deviation.
a relatively straightforward, like, two-punch parry Kempo karate move. But in this, he just kind of goes absolutely mental and batters the guy with like multiple strikes and knees and stuff like that. It looks great, though.
I like the reinterpretation that it's just Fatal Deviation. Like, this move is just beating the shit out of someone.
One thing I will say that Kill Bill does better than this film, just one thing, is it does establish the 5 point.
The only thing. Let it be known that this is the only thing that Fatal Deviation. The only thing that Kill Bill does better than Fatal Deviation.
Tarantino's obviously a hack. But see, the thing is, you can't argue with that. The 5 point punch, death punch, whatever it is, 5-finger death punch is established as like a plot device, very much so in the second film. So the move has got some significance.
Everything's okay, boss.
It's that interesting trope you get in films. So, like Minority Report, everybody runs. As Jimmy pegs it round Trim Castle, hunting down these two goons who are about to inform the boss that Jimmy has not gone through with it and lost. He has won the fight. It's that trope you get in some films where the character's suddenly able to imitate another character's voice and it's not really established. It's in several films where it's not established.
I immediately think of Shaun of the
Hot Fuzz.
Hot
but
Fuzz.
That's established. That's
Yarp.
actually established. He goes narp.
Narp. Yeah, no, it's that is a clear like example of it. Is the point I'm like it is a very self-conscious usage of it.
I was thinking of like The Eagle Has Landed, where Michael Caine suddenly speaks with an American accent. In Star Trek 3 as well, Kirk suddenly speaks Klingon. Do you remember there's a scene where he needs to be beamed up from the planet, and he grabs like the transceiver and he speaks like perfect Klingon and gets beamed up.
I don't know that scene specifically. I never watched the
You
original
never
series.
watched it?
Even I watched it. it, and I'm an asshole.
Jesus. Did you watch the Next Generation films?
I grew up on Next Generation.
But did you watch the
His life
Next
is a
Generation
hodgepodge.
films? But it's from the film.
Not a lot of them. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't watch most of the
original
films.
series films are superior to the Next Generation films generally. They're quite good.
Okay.
Did you watch The Wrath of Khan?
No, I've still not seen it.
Mate,
Never.
you never watched The Wrath of Khan. How could you be a Star Trek fan and not see The Wrath of Khan? It's like the most famous Star Trek project.
I don't know, man.
Product. Did you watch The Wrath of Khan, Mike?
Come on, is that really necessary?
Even he watched it, Fred.
Ryan, when are you going to learn that my life is a hodgepodge?
Kind of just
John
seems like
Bevan.
him getting naked was the reason this movie exists. I'm going to be naked in this movie. That's my one
It
condition.
looked like he was gonna lick his finger.
In a bizarre scene, film financier leaves a caravan, gets completely
Just got naked in
stark
the middle of a
bollock
field?
naked, and gets in a bath. They're in like lockdown. They're in an alert position. Jimmy could be coming to kill them at any second. I mean, they don't necessarily know. They think he might be dead or something. They don't know if he's won the tournament. But there are people with guns standing around keeping guard. And he's in the bath completely naked.
He had to get it out there, yeah.
The things Nicola had to endure, seeing that guy get naked into a bath. He's like, you can make this, I'll pay for the movie, but
do you think that this worked for him? Like,
that's not actually my favorite.
Right. You know, he popped off after this?
That's not actually my favorite scene. I made a mistake because it's just got the same establishing shot as my favorite scene in the movie.
Well, Mike, this is how you got women before Tinder, right? I like the idea that he got this movie made because he was convinced that if women could just see his ass, they would sleep with him. Like, they just needed a taste of it, right? Like, they just needed a little bit to yeah, like once they see his ass, his fine ass, they'll come running.
Man with huge penis, unsure how to get the word out. As an ugly man with huge penis, unsure how to get the word out.
Is that the Onion? Yes. In fact, I guarantee that it worked. If you out there are listening to this podcast and are unsure how to get women, finance a martial arts
they
film
filmed it out of order.
and get naked in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It worked for Tarantino with feet. Like, every film has got women's feet in it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is my favorite scene.
Is he yelling from the car?
Yeah.
Ah! That was a real rollover. Oh my God, this is when he got the injury. They filmed. Oh my God. Wait, he was actually in the car when he did the rollover. They filmed this scene earlier than the others, and he got that injury on his eye, and it's just there for the rest of the movie.
Jimmy, he kind of channels Homer Simpson falling off the mountain. You can kind of hear his screams getting closer as he drives down the road.
Something's coming down the mountain fast. Oh no, he fell. I can't look.
Jimmy legitimately crashes his car. He's doing crazy driving and he's leaning out the window and pointing the gun. He actually crashes and turns over his car. There's an outtake at the end of the movie where they're like checking on him and they're like, "Do you need to go to hospital?" He's like, "I'm fine."
Oh, okay. So maybe you didn't get that in. Maybe you didn't get an injury.
It's
like,
legitimately terrifying crash though, and the car is clearly wrecked afterwards.
Yeah. They did not plan on getting that shot.
But it's one of the best shots of the film because he runs away from the car as it's on fire and explodes, and it looks actually really good. I mean, it's
except for that last after effect there.
Yeah, and the bit where the guy runs naked away in fear from the explosion, and you get like way more close-up view of his ass.
That was a mistake.
Trips over.
That was not intended.
Somebody should cover that hole with a barrel.
You hear him yell, "Fuck."
He does say a legitimately funny thing, which begs a lot of questions. He falls down this hill and falls into a ditch, and he says,
"There goes the driver's license."
Which implies that either his driver's license was in the car when it burst into flames, or that he thinks he may well lose his driver's license for what he's done here. Which, considering
I think that the implication, I think the implication is that he has multiple strikes on his license
Fred, he's
already.
Killed literally multiple people across maybe 10 people across the course of his film. I think he has bigger legal trouble.
They can't trace it back to him.
But they can his car.
If you use your bare hands, there's no evidence. This is advice.
It's the final showdown. Jimmy goes Rambo on.
You remember
Mikey's
when
goons.
winning the tournament was supposed to fix everything and then it didn't? Why did you do the tournament?
They can kill him, but they won't respect him. Is this a scrapyard where the Mercedes came from?
Actually, yeah. Now I wonder. Do you think they paid for it? Or do you think they just found it? He was not at the top of that hill.
Hilarious Kirk roll from Jimmy at one point. I love it.
This has very big Naked Gun energy.
It does. The scene where he snuck up on the guy, it was like they were looking right at each other as he did it.
I think there are a lot of moments in this movie that are played completely straight-faced that the Naked Gun would have done as a joke.
He like gun casts that guy. He shoots him. Then
Right,
roundhouses
yeah.
him.
He does.
That was the fatal deviation. I shoot you twice and then kick you.
It's very video game to like have a melee attack be more dangerous than the bullet.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
It's Nicola. She's being held hostage by the bearded goon, who I don't think we ever hear his name either. He forces Jimmy to drop his gun, but she fights back by stamping on his foot and elbowing him in the face. And we do get a decent squib. It's not quite a Paul Verhoeven squib, but it's not a terrible one either, as he goes down.
Nice squib.
The only squib.
Nah, I saw a squib earlier in the car chase scene. They had a squib. The guy driving squibbed out.
Kneel down. Kneel the fuck down! Jesus fucking Christ. You're gonna pay for this one.
Let her go. Sorry? You heard me. It's me you want.
It's me you want. My pussy is better.
Is that the fatal deviation?
The fatal deviation is he deviated from the script and actually broke his neck.
Yeah, I noticed. So Mikey turns up, forces them down on their knees, and says he's going to kill him. Jimmy says, "Let her go. It's me you want." Mikey disagrees. He hits Jimmy over the head.
It's just such. There is not a single possible interpretation of that sentence that is correct. It's actually remarkable how wrong he is.
Mike, yeah, it's true because he's in love with her as well.
Unless he's propositioning him. That is the only possible interpretation.
Mikey pistol whips Jimmy, and Jim before turning his attention to Nicola, but Jimmy pops up and is able to break him with a very Hollywood neck break. In real life, breaking someone's neck is like this disgusting, arduous process where you have to like almost turn their head.
It is, yeah.
Around. He kind of does the Hollywood like where he basically doesn't hold their head and just whips his arms wide open.
Let's hope we don't get interrupted this time. Close your eyes.
Why?
Go on. Close your eyes.
You killed my son. Now I am going to kill you, just as I killed your father.
You killed my father. Now I'm gonna kill you, just like I killed your son.
He disarms Lachlan and then blows him away like a scene from Scanners or a scene from Dawn of the Dead. His head explodes. We don't actually get to see that, but I assume that's what happens. I assume Lachlan was quite late to the picnic because they had eaten all the oranges by this point.
And the strawberries were long gone.
We do end with some outtakes here after 70 minutes of film. 69 and 57 seconds of film. We get some outtakes, and it looks like it was good fun.
I got the sensation that they had fun doing this.
And you can see them, they do clear up the lawn disc afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, they had to grab it to stop it from hitting the rear bumper. That's what they were doing.
I love him. Yeah. He's the man. He makes this whole movie for me.
He's having a blast.
I love Lachlan. He's a sweet old man.
He really no, like that's the problem. Is like he's so obviously sweet that like he can't play a villain.
What the fuck is this? Beat up on my men week.
Beat up on my men week. How do we feel about Fatal Deviation? Did you enjoy your Fatal Deviation?
Better the second time. Even better the second time.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I feel like knowing what you're getting into with this movie is really helpful, right? In fact, I dare say that, like, I wouldn't say that this podcast would be any sort of replacement for it, because, again, it's short, right? Like, this is an hour and 10-minute long movie.
We talked for longer about the movie than the movie goes on for.
No, absolutely. Hard recommend on this. It's so much fun. It's like it's practically the perfect movie to have a bad movie night with your friends watching, right?
So Cracked.com described this as one of the worst movies ever made.
Absolute
I think it's really
bullshit.
unfair. This is a quote from them. You could replace film school with this movie alone. Just screening it once for students and asking them to list all the things it did wrong. Anyone who doesn't write everything instantly fails. And I think the exact opposite. I think there's a lot that does work very well about this film. And I think your ability to see what works well in like flawed films is a really good skill as a creator.
Right. It's sophomoric, no question.
Yeah.
But they clearly are having fun, and it's hard not to be delighted in some way by that.
Yeah. And if we go back and reflect on what this film was meant to do, it was meant to promote Jimmy's skill as a martial artist. And he's fantastic. It's the best part of the movie is his martial arts ability.
Yeah, it feels so unfair. There are so many more inept and soulless movies than this.
And you're right, soulless and also cynical movies. There are a lot of movies which are made to exploit things as well.
Yeah, this movie is not cynical. Like, the people who are doing this are here because they're having fun and they want to make a movie.
So what happened to Jimmy Bennett? Well, James Bennett. I don't know if his name is Jimmy. Is he just called Jimmy in the film? I'll try again. What happened to Jimmy Bennett? Well, Jimmy Bennett has gone to have a fairly successful career, not as in the starring role of many films, but as supporting characters, as background characters. Seems to be a lovely chap. There's like lots of photographs of him online with like famous martial artists, people he's starred with in films, performed alongside, all kinds of different individuals. He's had sort of, but he's a particular fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme, who he's worked with on a few occasions. Seems like a lovely bloke. Seems to be incredibly proud of Fatal Deviation. Incredibly, not at all embarrassed about it. And he's very proud that he created Ireland's only and first martial arts movie.
There have been more, have there not?
Can't think of any.
I mean, maybe there are. If you know one, if you're listening to this podcast and you know another Irish martial arts movie, please put it in the comments.
Engagement question. Name all the Irish martial arts movies.
See, this is kind of the nice thing about having just like a podcast that is just hanging out with friends, right? Is you can legitimately ask people that and like not worry like, oh, am I being fake about this? No, like legitimately, I want to know.
I'm being fake about it.
You're being fake about it? You want engagement?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I'm being fake about it.
Well, you know
always.
what?
Take it for granted. I'm always being fake about it.
If you want to delight me, give me new information. If you want to delight Mike, give him engagement.
How are we going to close this episode out, guys?
I don't know. Watch Fatal Deviation. It's fun.
Yeah, watch it. Enjoy it. You won't regret it that much.
It's so much fun. Make sure that everyone has like a pillow or something to throw when he throws the log.
I thought you meant to cover their lap when he was working out. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you in 6 months.
Good night.
That's where you went. Thanks, everyone.
When Fred finally lets me
soon.
back on in 6 episodes' time.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Oh, you're going to interject shit.
Bye.